At the end of Moses' life, even with his disobedience, right? Moses walked up one more mountain with God to look at the promised land, to see this land that he had been leading God's people to. And then he died. And the Torah ends with this unbelievable kindness of God. You know, the Torah kind of starts, we hear a story of the kindness of God when we see God's kindness to Cain. And it ends with the story of the kindness of God because we're told that God buried Moses. Moses was worthy of honor. We sometimes think we have to diminish something to make something else look better, right? We have to make something lesser so the thing we're talking about looks better. That is not how it works with Jesus, right? Powerful beings like angels and a man worthy of honor, right? Paul says it. Give honor to whom honor is due. Give respect to whom respect is due. An honorable man who served and loved God, who was God's mouthpiece, right? We don't have to diminish them. We see them for what they were. We see the way God felt, right, about Moses. But, right? And you know, in the Greek, we don't have English for what the Greek does with but. It means like you don't even know the degree, but Jesus has been found to be worthy of greater glory than Moses. Moses, we're told, right, was faithful as a servant in all God's house. Now, as we keep reading and sitting in and praying through and meditating and listening to Hebrews being preached, right, we have become aware that it is chock full of quotes from the Hebrew Bible, chock full of quotes from the Old Testament. So I'm gonna give you a little cool thing to do as you're reading Hebrews, right? When you come across a quote from the whole Old Testament, and you know, not all versions do this, but some versions will give you a little footnote and tell you where else that is quoted from. If it's a direct quote. A lot of times quotes are not direct, but if it's a direct quote. If you don't have a Bible that does that, and you have the YouVersion Bible app, the Berean Study Bible, BSB, is really good. Doesn't get them all, but it's really good about pointing you back.